Alright, welcome back.
Hey, Daredevil. You ready to go to Niflheim?
Hello, Hank.
Is there anything special about Niflheim?
Raven's Spire is located there, and that's supposed to possess some very strange mystical powers. It's also rumored to be the place where Odin hid the Destroyer armor.
What's the Destroyer armor?
It's an enchanted armor created by Odin that's supposed to activate at Ragnarok. The truly unique thing about this is, you don't wear it. You project your consciousness into it.
How does that work?
When a person comes in contact with the Destroyer, his mind leaves his body and enters the armor. The person's body then becomes motionless.
Can the Destroyer armor be defeated?
No one's even damaged it, and a lot of very powerful people have tried.
So how can it be beat?
Usually the wearer's body has to be found, or somehow the person has to be tricked into leaving the armor.
Makes sense.
Hey, anytime. Hi again. Do you... Hey.
How may I be of help?
Who are currently the leaders of the Masters of Evil?
Dr. Doom is the head of the group, but his lieutenants are Ultron, Baron Mordo, and Enchantress.
When did Loki join?
Only very recently, since the attack on the helicarrier. I believe we will soon find out his ultimate reason for taking up with them.
Who's Enchantress?
She is a goddess of the Asgard realm, who is considered to be quite powerful. Her primary magic deals with mind control by means of seduction.
Seduction.
Yes, it is said one kiss from her will turn a man into her servant. That may explain why her henchman, the Executioner, follows her every whim.
Who's Ultron?
He is a mechanical being who's convinced that all biological forms of life are inferior. He was originally created by Hank Pym to be his assistant.
What happened to Ultron to change them?
Ultron was built to learn and adapt. Unfortunately, he became fully sentient and rebelled against Dr. Pym. As a part of his evil schemes, he created me.
Ultron created you?
Yes, I am a synthezoid created by Ultron to be one of his followers. My body was based on the original robotic Human Torch, while my mind is patterned after Wonder Man.
So why aren't you looking for him right now? Why aren't you working for Ultron
I
now?
was able to see the error of Ultron's philosophy and decided it was incorrect. It was then I joined the Avengers.
Thanks, Vision.
Feel free to return if you require additional information.
I would warn you to be careful in Niflheim. It is a land of great magic and unusual creatures. It was... Yes. Do you require more information?
What kind of creatures are in
It
Niflheim?
is populated mostly by frost giants. But you might also meet up with Vola.
Who's that?
She is a prophetess who is quite adept at predicting the future.
What's so special about Niflheim?
Apparently, it is a land of great magic. Most notably, Raven's Spire. The towering peak is a focal point of Asgardian powers.
Would this area be of use to Dr. Doom?
It could be. Rumor has it a sorcerer of his powers could perform some incredible magic there.
Thanks, Black Widow.
It was my pleasure.
It's good to see you.
Hello, Colonel Perry.
It was no... Yes? Was there something else?
Is Asgard safe now?
Thanks to your having freed the gods, the situation is slowly coming under control.
Did opening the Bifrost Bridge help?
Most definitely. There were quite a few gods who had been on Earth that were able to return through Bifrost and help in the battle to retake Asgard.
Could Dr. Doom be after Owen?
Only a madman would attempt something like that. Odin's the single most powerful god in Asgard.
But why else would the Masters of Evil be here?
While I appreciate your guessing at Doom's motives, I have top men looking into that right now. All this idle speculation is gaining us nothing. It was no problem.
Bastard. Damn it. damn it. Son of a bitch. Oh, he went right past me. I didn't even see him.
Yes? How might I help you? I am Hermod, yes. I lived there for a short time because of a spell Odin. 5 normal. They are a group of yes.
Greetings, human. I would ask that you travel to Niflheim to see how Odin fares. We have not heard from him in quite some time.
Could he be in danger?
Odin in danger? Very doubtful. But he could require assistance. It was my pleasure. Did you need something else?
What is Odin doing in
He
Niflheim?
has gone there to quell an army of frost giants who seek to take full control of that land.
Does Odin have any special weapons to help him?
Yes, he has taken Gungnir, the Spear of Heaven. It is golden, has 3 prongs, and is made of Uru, the metal Thor's hammer is made of.
Who are the frost giants?
They are huge creatures native to the frozen land of Niflheim. For eons, they have been the enemy of the Asgardian gods.
What are they like?
Though simple-minded, frost giants are cunning and violent. They are also extremely strong, and are a match for almost any god. The strongest of them is their leader, Ymir.
Who's Ymir?
He is one of the oldest creatures in all of Asgard, and the very first frost giant. Being the first, he differs from his followers.
In what way?
He is covered in frost, and is able to generate intense cold. Ymir is also incredibly strong. It
Makes
was
sense.
my
Sit and drink with me! I need more drink. There's enough food for an army here. And to think I died just yesterday.
That password you gave me into Black Widow's account was perfect. I got all the info I need to prove she's a traitor.
What did you find out?
Well, sweet little Black Widow has traveled to Latveria several times in the last few weeks. And get this, a large amount of cash was recently wired to her account. Now Fury's gotta believe she's working for Dr. Doom.
You're right, we're gonna talk to Fury right now. I don't know who's that.
I'm here. What was so important that we couldn't discuss it outside?
Colonel Fury, we think Black Widow might be a spy for Dr. Doom.
We found a laptop that belonged to Black Widow back on the helicarrier. It held detailed security information on a S.H.I.E.L.D. think tank known as the Imperium.
We also discovered that large amounts of money have been transferred to her bank account, and she has recently made trips to Latveria.
Why are you spying on my personnel when you should be focusing on the Masters of Evil?
What's wrong with you, Fury? Didn't you hear a word they said? The Black Widow's selling the Imperium to Doom.
You've got it all wrong. Doom broke into the Imperium a month ago and stole some very top-secret plans. Black Widow had that laptop because she'd been given the job of upgrading the security there.
But what about the money and the trips to Latveria?
I had sent her to Latveria in the hopes of bribing one of Doom's people to get back a particular plan he stole.
What is so important about this particular plan, Colonel?
It's called Operation Allfather. It was developed in case the Asgardians ever became a threat to us. It dealt with stealing Odin's power by using the Twilight Sword.
So that's what Doom's been up to. He's out to become the most powerful god in Asgard. And you knew all along.
I was never completely sure.
Well, I think you can be now. I only hope we didn't find out too late.
Agreed. We had best get to Niflheim quickly and save Odin before Doom is able to complete his scheme.
That son of a bitch.
Hey, could you, go talk to Valkyrie and, you know, maybe see if she's interested in getting to know me a little better?
You think she's interested in you?
Oh, please. If there's one thing I know, it's women. I've got like a sixth sense, and I'm thinking Valkyrie's got her eye on me.
Everything's at the expansion.
I've had enough of the place. Now that I'm done with this job, I'm splitting.
Where will you go?
Like I tell you, then Fury'd find out and he'd throw me in prison. Once things have cooled down, I'll contact you for my pay.
Always a pleasure, Rizal.
Don't I know it? So, did Valkyrie say anything about me? Don't.
The day of Ragnarok is one I have
Hi.
long looked forward
Hello, Sue.
to.
Don't you have a son named Franklin?
Yes. When I was
Oh, I forgot to
pregnant
talk
with
with
him,
her yesterday.
I stepped down from active duty, and Crystal took my place in the Fantastic Four.
Who is Crystal?
She's one of the Inhumans. While Crystal was a member of the team, she was Johnny's girlfriend. But as things tend to go with my brother, it wasn't a long-lasting relationship.
Who are the Inhumans?
They were the results of the Kree having experimented on humans during our Stone Age. Their goal was to build an army of super soldiers to aid in the war against the Skrull. The Kree did succeed in creating humans with supernatural abilities, but they abandoned the experiment. And the Inhumans are the result.
Thank you,
It
Sue.
is my pleasure. Hello. Did you need...
Sit and drink with me.
So, are you ready for Niflheim? From what I've heard, it's quite an amazing place. Come back any... Hello, was there some...
What have you heard about Niflheim?
There's a mountain there known as Raven Spire. It's supposed to be some sort of special zone where very powerful magic can be performed.
Why is this so special?
It's a focal point of Asgardian magic. An average sorcerer could become very, very powerful while at the top of the mountain.
So how are things at the expansion?
I think everyone's about ready for Weasel to leave.
What do you mean?
Colossus came back late last night after a week-long trip to Russia. He found Weasel in the kitchen and wound up putting him through a wall. Karma managed to get between them and explain who Weasel was. Come back anytime.
News of my father is most disturbing. We should leave for Niflheim immediately. Hello again, my friend.
Do you think your father might be in trouble?
Many would trust in his strength and say Odin cannot be defeated.
But you doubt that?
Yes. With Loki involved, my father could be in great danger. There is no telling what the god of evil has planned.
Have you heard of the Storm?
I have battled it several times, and it truly is invincible. The metal it is constructed of is harder than Uru,
What's your rule?
a mystical metal known only to Asgard. It is even harder than adamantium. My hammer, the Mjolnir, is constructed of it, as are several other enchanted weapons of my people.
How did you get your hammer?
It was given to me by my father, Odin. It is enchanted, so that only those it deems noble enough can lift it. My father had me endure many trials, so that I would become worthy of Mjolnir. There were many times I would measure my success by seeing how far I could lift it from the ground.
Has anyone else lifted the hammer?
Yes, my father, the X-Man named Storm, Captain America, and Beta Ray Bill.
It's Beta Ray.
An alien who, after a great many trials, became the protector of his people. He picked up my hammer not knowing its true power, and Mjolnir deemed him worthy to lift it.
Thanks,
You
Thor.
are welcome, my friend.
I remember you. Weren't we on that one mission where we did that one thing against that one guy and we won?
I was talking to you, Deadpool.
Ooh! Wanna hear me play the 1812 Overture with my armpit? Hey, are you putting on weight?
Are you friends with Weasel?
Oh yeah, me and Weasel go way back. I saved him from a life of drudgery, working at some high-paying job. Thanks to me, he's now hiding out in rat holes and dodging bullets as a mercenary of the information highway.
Wow, that's really something.
Tell me about it. I mean, who needs a cushy job and security when you can have adventure and the promise of a short life?
And Weasel, we trust
He's
him.
like the ultimate Boy Scout. Unless, of course, money's involved. He'd sell his grandma's walking cane for $1. As a matter of fact, I bought his grandma's walking cane for $1.
You ever trust the information you got?
Oh yeah, 100%. Maybe. A bit. No. He's probably making it all up.
That's talking to you, Tickle.
Your friend Weasel continues to stare at me. Does your friend Weasel realize how close he is to death every time he winks at me?
Are you interested in Weasel?
Interested. Romantically? Please. I just ate.
He has a crush on you.
This is absurd. How could a toad like that even think he is worthy of the affections of the great Valkyrie?
You only gather fallen warriors from Asgard.
In years gone by, I was able to gather warriors from Earth. But I was recently told we were no longer allowed to do that.
Why?
It was by order of Odin. An order I do not agree with. But it is not my place to argue with the mightiest of the gods.
So why don't you go over and meet Weasel?
I assume you are joking. I would sooner stick both hands in the mouth of Fenris as talk to that pasty-faced human.
You might like him once you get to know him.
Nay, I say to you, he smells of greasy food and breathes through his mouth. I bid thee good day.
I don't know about you, but I'm plenty steamed at fury. Why'd he leave us in the dark about this whole Imperium thing?
Thanks for the info.
No problem. What's new?
Have you always been an X-Men?
Me? I've been a part of just about anything you could name. The Avengers, Alpha Flight. Heck, I've even been a Horseman of Apocalypse.
You were a villain?
Oh yeah. Bad guys have managed to get their hooks into me a couple of times. The Hand's been the most recent.
What did the Hand do with you?
They brainwashed me and turned me into an enemy of the state. I was running around attacking everyone I used to work with. Thanks to Fury, I got back to myself. Then Elektra and I went and paid the Hand a little visit, just to set things straight.
Thanks, Wolverine.
No problem.
Wow, talk about a mind blower. How could Nick have kept that information from us? How could he not tell us he suspected what Doom's plans were all along? Hey, what's up?
What's with you and the Human Torch?
We may take shots at each other, but it's all in fun. Johnny's a good kid, even if he is like a little yipping poodle most of the time.
But there are times where you seem like you two hate each other.
Nah, you got it all wrong. I love the little darling. I only get the urge to clobber him once in a while.
Thanks, Tim.
No problem. I need more
Colonel Fury's stuck on the... Alright. So, you know, like, comment, subscribe, guys. Do all those good things. Catch you in the next one. Peace. Next up, we'll be doing Niflheim. Also, let me know how you feel about me, like, talking to everyone and then doing the mission. I'm not too sure if you like that or not, but just let me know whenever you see this. Probably won't be until, like, the end of April, honestly.